RFD TV presents Gentle Giant with Pam Minnick and Katie Kaufman.
We are just east of Santa Fe, New Mexico at RFD TV The Ranch, where Josh Minchell and his team from Express Ranches hosted the Gentle Giants Draft Horse Seminar. But this is no ordinary learning experience because this is no ordinary ranch.
It's more than 3,000 acres with 5-star accommodations, amenities, cuisine, and recreation. It's very remote, but all of your needs are met by their incredible staff.
They sure are. Combine the luxury with the opportunity to drive the Express Clydesdales and Percherons, and you have the recipe for a first-class experience and a chance to make wonderful memories.
We have here at the ranch is just an incredible gem in northern New Mexico. We have just about everything you could ask for in a ranch. We have, the ranch itself is 3,000 acres. We have the mesa, we have the 14,000 square foot hacienda, the real Western village. As you saw, you can actually be a part of the Western village. It's not a movie set. We just have adventure. Whatever you're looking for in a Western ranch, we have. I followed Clydesdales my whole life, and I didn't wait for them to come in the ranch. I met them at the road, and seeing the semi actually got emotional. It was, to me, just a dream come true to just not only see them in the rig, but to actually be around them and to be able to be hands-on. It wasn't at an arm's length. It was in the thick of things. And then just to be able to ride one was phenomenal.
It's so elegant. The furnishings and the rugs and the books and all of the things in the cabins and the rooms are just beautiful and elegant. This is a wonderful place to spend some time.
This facility is a world-class facility. It's really unbelievable the way they have it set up. They've put a lot of thought and care into setting it up this way. But it has worked out perfect for our event. I think it would work really, really well for any kind of retreat. What a beautiful setting and great spot, and the staff here is amazing. I think it's essential to include as many people as we can in what we do in the draft horse industry. I mean, our love and passion only goes so far. We need more people to carry on that love and passion. So we want the industry to last far beyond, my lifetime and my peers. So the only way we can do that is to include more people and bring up more people and the knowledge of what we do. Some of the folks here have never harnessed a horse, some have. So we want them to be comfortable untangling the harness, because it can look like a heap of a mess when you first start. So untangling it, knowing where all the parts go and what all the parts are called, and so that they are confident and comfortable to put the harness on themselves, and hopefully they'll be able to go home and do it easily themselves. Draft horses are a powerful animal, and you could easily get into a bad position if you don't do things safely and the right way. So when we're hitching up horses, when we're handling the horses, we want to make sure that we do it in a safe way and in a safe environment, so that you don't have any major accidents or catastrophes. Because that's gonna make you not want to do it again and scare some people. So if you're safe with it, you're gonna really enjoy it a lot more.
More people we can educate to help them get started and teach them, I think it's definitely a great thing to help the industry grow for sure. Most of them are all beginners. I would say that, take baby steps and make sure you're having fun along the way.
I went to work 22 years ago for a gentleman named David Rath. He has a farm named Rath Farms, and he had some Belgian horses there, so that was my first initiative into draft horses. I've always wanted to do the driving thing with them because it seems a little more versatile than just having, the halter horses. There's a lot to it, and I don't want to wing it. I don't want to do something wrong. And I basically want to make sure that we know what we're doing this time. I don't want to be thrown into it. My goals would be to learn how to drive and harness and handle them properly.
I've been driving for many, many years, off and on, and learned some things the hard way. My goal for here is to have an experience with a top championship team, and the opportunity to work with Express Clydesdales was one I couldn't pass up. Gentle Giants is a really fun show, and it covers the draft horse industry. Draft horses meaning anything that pulls, which hadn't been represented before, so I was really glad to see it. Well, the knowledge of our Express staff here is just overwhelming. I've worked with just pleasure horses, and with their show experience and their vast background, I'm getting detailed pointers and tips that you couldn't get anywhere else. So this has just been a quiet and intense experience. Their horses are pretty amazing and really powerful. Well, Topper was the single horse we had hitched to the cart. And I'm used to driving a 30-inch at the Withers Mini, and Topper is more like 7 feet at the Withers. Very strong, and it took me a while to relax and just let him do what he knows how to do, and that's the best part of the staff that's helping us. They really can help you get into the mode of working with the horses. They know how they're trained, they know how they perform, and they help you get there. I expect knowledge to be poured into me and hope some of it stays.
More from RFD TV The Ranch
and the Gentle Giants Draft Horse Seminar. Stay with us. Welcome back to Gentle Giants. Selecting a horse, learning to harness and hitch to a wagon or cart can be very complicated and even a bit overwhelming.
But spending 3 days immersed in the activities with Express professionals gives each of the participants plenty of knowledge and hands-on experience.
This would be called a spreader bar in this scenario, but neck yoke would be a wooden one that was going to slip on over a pole. Right. So we hook that up. Now if they take off, we've got steering of the implement or whatever we're hooked to and control with the line. So now we go back. And when we unhook, whether it be the cart or the team or whatever, it's all just going to go in reverse order. So everything that we started with will be the last thing that we undo. So now we're going to go hook the tugs up. But when we undo them, the tugs will be the first thing to come loose, then this, then split them, then take their lines.
They have proven themselves in the show ring, but as teachers, they are superior because they start very small. They tell you from the beginning, there's not anything you can't ask us. And they want to take care of us too. Like they go from anything to like safety all the way to just here's what you want to watch out for and here's how to be superior in dealing with them. Even with driving, like here's how you do it. And so to have the opportunity to learn from a professional is a lifetime experience, once in a lifetime. My goals would be to experience the Clydesdales, to experience the Percherons, and know what it's like just to be near them, to understand them, and to learn. I think I'm going to become really comfortable, which, you know, maybe sometimes you get to ride in a carriage. You know, maybe sometimes they might let you hold the reins, but you don't have a lot of opportunities to embrace it and do it and own it. And I think that they're going to get us to the point where we know a lot, and we will take home quite a bit of hands-on and intellectual experience about the breed and about the Gentle Giants. It was a dream come true, bucket list moment for me. You know, driving and being out there, even though it was a little windy. But, you know, the horses didn't mind, and they're champions, so they're professionals too, and just took care of us.
So we brought 4 Clydesdales, and we brought 2 Percherons. So mainly we've been driving singles and pairs. So today we're gonna try a multiple and let everybody get the 4-horse hitch in their hands. We wanted to bring as much of a variety as we had so that they could see the different characteristics, because each breed in the draft horse breeds has strengths and weaknesses, so that we could talk about those strengths and weaknesses, and they could experience them a little bit before they make the decision of what they want to buy.
I wanted to get the basics of driving from the ground up. That was my primary goal. And secondary was that, you know, I wanted to shift from the quarter horse to the draft horse mode and see what that would feel like. The big factor for me was the size. I wasn't used to the size. And so that went away right away. As soon as I got my hands on the horses, it was gone. I chose to just stay with the single, with the cart, and they've been very helpful, the Express people, professionals, first class. I'd ride the river with them. They're that kind of people. So I'm going to take that away, those friendships. But I think it gives me a better appreciation and understanding about the bigger horses, because they truly are gentle giants.
Well, I grew up as an inner city kid right outside of New York, but my mom's whole family were farmers and ranchers from southwestern Ohio. So that's where I spent every single summer. And out there amongst my grandfather, who had plowed and worked draft horses and so forth, and listening to my mom's experiences with him and plowing and her being along. And one of her favorite memories was being on the back of one of those draft horses while my grandfather was hauling a wagon or plowing or whatever. And the horse was big and broad and comfortable enough in the sun and everything, and she'd just fall right asleep as a little kid on the back of that horse. I don't know why, but I just always had an affinity for draft horses. It's just a special feel of having, whether it be 1 or 2 or 4 of these horses, and to be controlling them with those reins and having somebody as calm as Josh sitting right next to you, just explaining it to you as you're taking them through backcountry or around the arena or whatever. It's just a wonderful experience, and I gotta say, I just love standing next to those big Percherons. I just do. All that live power in your hands and just guiding it and feeling it and stroking it, I mean, it's a pleasure. Just to experience it, just to be around the horses, just to be around people who work those horses all the time. People like Josh and Lauren and them. I mean, it's just a real pleasure. Everybody's made me feel so comfortable.
When we return, we'll see how far these participants have gotten in their quest for knowledge of draft horses.
Stay with us. Gentle Giants at RFD TV The Ranch. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Gentle Giants. The accommodations here at RFD TV The Ranch are truly first class. So much comfort and luxury, and the meals are truly fantastic.
But what made this experience wonderful for these participants was the opportunity to learn from the world champion teamsters and to confidently take the lines in a cart, tandem, and 4-horse hitch.
Richard has been showing horses all of his life, so and not only showing but judging competitions as well. So he knows all the ins and outs of what you're going to be looking for as far as selecting a horse and not only competing with a horse, but just using a horse, draft horse, the types of things that you want to know before you go out and buy your first draft horse.
If you're gonna get into it, I've just seen so many people do it and they just kind of go out and buy a horse, you know, maybe just to say an average horse, and I think I spoke on that yesterday. I said, you know, I told him, I said, you know, if you're gonna go out and buy one, buy a good one. Buy one that you can go on if you want to advance in the show ring or whatever you want to do. It's just been neat to see, you know, talking to some of them this morning, you know, what their expectations was, and they said it's just been awesome.
I wanted to make sure that everybody enjoyed the experience, and how could you not enjoy it in this setting? I mean, it's wonderful, but we wanted to make sure they enjoyed their experience and also left with some knowledge that they didn't have before and experience that they didn't have before. So to be able to let everybody get comfortable driving, we've done some driving every day, because the more they do it, the more comfortable they'll be. You can do something once and go home, and a week later maybe forgot a lot of what you've learned or done. So just to be able to do it day after day for a few days in a row is going to really hopefully help their experience level.
Gosh, it was amazing. It was absolutely magical. This ranch is magical, and the Express people, they are fantastic. I mean, just very good, very patient. It was amazing. We drove the team first. We got kind of thrown into the team first, which actually I think is harder than doing the single. And we were out onto the ranch in the wind, and the horses were very well behaved. I mean, my horses in this wind would probably not be as well behaved. But they were very well behaved and professionals, and it was just the most amazing thing. It was wonderful, and we were very much exhausted at the end of the day, but it was a good exhaustion.
Never driven before. My experience was from on the ground outside of a stall, looking straight up, to, you know, putting on the bridle, getting them out of the stall, brushing them, you know, doing the mane, doing the harness, just everything. I went from 0 to, I mean, I could walk in that stall and take one out and feel I could get pretty far, I think, with the harnessing. And certainly with a 1-horse hooked up, I think I could do it. I think I could go in the ring and even be by myself and make it around. Well, I think it was amazing, of course, to have such access and to be given the lines right off the bat, and the trust that Josh has in his team was helpful, because that gave us confidence to take the lines and drive and say, team, which is how you start up your team. And he, I think, really his confidence instilled the philosophy of I can. You know, I can drive these gentle giants and I can do hard things. I can hold on to a 4-horse team, which is intimidating. But he has trust, and we did it.
Well, let's see.
Were
I
they
made
strong?
a couple curves.
You did.
They did not run away with me. Nobody fell out of the wagon. Success. That was my first 4 up ever. And I actually managed to make a couple of adjustments.
I thought maybe they'd, photo op or something in the arena and put you back there for a couple of minutes, but to be able to take a 4-hitch off road and travel the ranch the way we did, I mean, it was just awful lot of fun. The accommodations are phenomenal. The staff are phenomenal. They just make you feel comfortable. Everything is good. Everything is there. You need anything, they can't do enough for you. It's a phenomenal experience. It really is. It well surpassed my expectations, to be honest.
Just the atmosphere, this place, I mean, how can you not have fun here? I mean, this with the staff and, with Josh and Laura and RFD TV, I mean, it's been a blast. If you're not having fun, you might as well find something else to do.
That's always the first requirement, is to have fun. Mission accomplished.
We want to thank each of you for joining us this week for Gentle Giants. We had an incredible time here at RFD TV The Ranch.
This place is amazing, a slice of heaven in New Mexico, and we've enjoyed sharing with you the experience of the Gentle Giants Draft Horse Seminar and Retreat. There are so many activities here, and this is the perfect place for a corporate event. For more information on this place, log on to rfdtvtheranch.com. And join us right back here next week on Gentle Giants.
And as always, see what we're up to on our Facebook page.
Bye now.